the sixth trumpet. So let me set the scene for you. We had some smoke. We had locusts of some sort of demonic powers, also some sort of physical thing that comes out. These people aren't going to be in pain for nothing. Something that's actually going to attack them. This is led by Satan. And now we're going to have the first signs of Antichrist here in the sixth trumpet. So Antichrist is going to take over rule of this new Roman Empire that's going to arise. And to do that, he's going to form a great big army, and it's going to come from the area of the Euphrates River. Easy for me to say, Euphrates River. So let me just start reading. This is chapter 9, starting at verse 13. And the sixth angel sounded, and I heard a voice from the four horns of the golden altar which is before God, saying to the sixth angel which had the trumpet, Loose the four angels which are bound in the great river Euphrates. And the four angels were loosed, which were prepared for an hour and a day and a month and a year for to slay the third part of men. Let me just stop there for a second. So in chapter 7, we saw in verse 2, and I saw another angel ascend from the east, having the seal of the living God, and he cried with a loud voice to the four angels to whom it was given power to hurt the earth and the sea, saying, Hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our God in their foreheads. So these four angels, these are what we saw. These are the four horsemen of the apocalypse. So we got the conqueror, we got war, we got famine and pestilence. So these are the four sword judgments that God has used to bring up the world powers way back from Babylon all the way through. We go back to the chart. We had four world powers: Babylon, Media, Persia, Greece, and then Rome. So these four angels, the conqueror and war, famine, and pestilence, they have been kept in check. Without these angels giving them this big power, death was limited to a quarter of the earth. Now we see death's going to go to a third of the earth. And when describing the period of great tribulation in Matthew, Jesus said that if he didn't intervene, everybody on earth would have died. So starting now again with verse 17. And thus I saw the horses in the vision, and them that sat on them, having breastplates of fire and of jacinth and brimstone. And the heads of horses were as heads of lions, and out of their mouths issued fire and smoke and brimstone. Again, first century language, maybe tanks. By these three was the third part of men killed, by the fire, and by the smoke, and by the brimstone, which issued out of their mouths. For their power is in their mouth and in their tails. For their tails were like unto serpents and had heads, and with them they do hurt. So they shoot out of the front, they can also shoot a little bit out of the back. And the rest of the men, which were not killed by these plagues, yet repented not of their works of their hands, that they should not worship devils and idols of gold and silver and brass and stone and of wood, which neither can see nor hear nor walk. Neither repented they of their murders, nor of their sorceries, nor of their fornication, nor of their thefts. So people are going to be doing all sorts of evil, and they're just not going to care. I don't know if you've seen that going on in our world. It seems like lawlessness is growing. So that's what this is describing. This is a time of lawlessness. And under Antichrist, that's really going to increase. And of course, he's powered by Satan.